Hey there, Taurus. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. If this is the first time you've been here, I hope you stick around and see if it's something that you enjoy, that you get something out of, that it resonates for you. If it does, give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment, let me know how it does. If you are returning, if you've been here before, if you've subscribed, thank you so much. I am so excited when I see how my channel is growing, and it is because of you, and I appreciate it so much. So what we do at this channel is we work with the moon and the energies of it and see how we can best utilize it to work our way through the week to have the best outcome possible. I like to start with a conversation starter from the Everyday Enchantment Tarot from Poppy Palin. I'm going to move you guys back. I see you really, really close. And you won't be able to see the cards. And then I like to follow through with the energies of the moon using the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. And I finish it off with a color card from the Secret Language of Color Cards from Ina Segal, because I like to have something tangible that you can focus on during the week, saying, okay, so I was going to work on this topic, I was going to work on this subject, and so I'm going to use this color. I'm going to wear this color to remind me today of this work that I'm doing. So that's why I like to use the color cards. So we're walking in this week with the moon on Sunday, still in Libra. And so that's about the universe protecting you. But what do we want to talk about for the week here? What's going on? What does the universe want to speak about? Wow, these cards are taking a while. So while they're taking their time, I also want to talk to you about, we have a new moon solar eclipse happening in, there we go, in Capricorn on Saturday. And so I'm going to do a live with the Q&A at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you would like to come by for that, that would be amazing. I would love to see you. Okay, so looks like I kind of, you know what? It's so funny because when I said, okay, I'm doing Taurus next, and then I just felt like this weight. And I thought, okay, maybe I'm just grounding down into your sign. But no, it looks like it is kind of a heavy energy. We have the Five of Coins. And so this one is about the winners and the losers in life. Look, the people outside, I really want you to take a look. See how cold and miserable they are, how they're peering in, they feel left out, they're way out there. And inside, look at all that success. She's just winning. She's winning. The dog's begging. The dog, the loyalty, it's begging for to be remembered, and people are suffering. And so this is really tough energy to start the new year with. I'm really, really sorry. But here's the good news. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's spinning and rolling in your direction. And see, we have the dog again, but this time he looks happy and he's chasing too. And we have rainbows and butterflies and goodwill, and people are cheering you on. So whereas you might have been feeling left out a lot of things at the end of this year, where you've been feeling like alone, like there's winners and losers, and are you a winner? Yes, you are. Your wheel is turning in your direction. Things are moving in your direction. Things are going to get better. So here we are. We're starting out the week in protection mode, right? That's the universe protecting you, though. That's not you needing to protect yourself. You are protected by the universe. And so I'm going to get you a little bit of a guidance card on that. And we're going to use Diana Cooper's unicorn cards for that. And just a little guidance to start the week, in case you happen to still be watching this on Sunday. Okay, so here we go. We have mystery. Explore the unknown. The unexpected awaits. So sometimes I know, Taurus, we like to know exactly where it is, where we're going, exactly where it is we're doing. But we can't always. And sometimes it's the journey. Sometimes the journey is the journey. You don't know where this wheel's rolling. Look, it got off the road and it's heading through the grass. You don't have to know where you're going to enjoy yourself. In fact, a lot of times not knowing for sure helps. Honestly, it makes it more entertaining and more fun. When we get to late Sunday, all day Monday, and all day Tuesday, the moon is in Scorpio, which is it's in opposition to your 7th house of partnerships. And so where have you been resisting? Who have you been resisting, or have other people been resisting you or your goals? But look, there's a breakthrough. It's like pushing through the resistance and surrendering to the higher power, surrendering to your intuition. Scorpio is all about deep transformation. You have that Wheel of Fortune, but it's also about using your intuition and figuring out where you're going to go. And so to get a little guidance on this, we're using the Mystical Wisdom cards from Guthrie, and Jacqueline Wall did such amazing work with the illustrations. And you have the unicorn. Invite serendipity. Okay, so I'm going to refer back to this unicorn. It's a mystery. You don't know where it's going. So look for the signs. Enjoy the synchronicity. Get on the unicorn and ride. They're both riding the unicorn. They're both moving into areas they don't know, but it's amazing. It feels really good. Like the energy I'm feeling feels so much better than it did when I started doing your shuffle. So as the year ends and the new one begins, start looking for the synchronicities in your life and start releasing your, can you see the butterflies? Releasing your fear of transformation, I feel like. Release this. So this is when the moon moves into Sagittarius, which is in your 8th house of transformation. So release the fears and become at peace with the changes. Don't worry about the change that's happening. It looks like it's really good. And I know you can't see where it's going, but it feels good to me. It looks good by these cards. To get a little guidance on this, we're going to go with Denise Lins, the Sacred Traveler, and see what we can find out for you. But I'm telling you, it looks good. Now, for some reason, Taurus, this is not resonating with you. Check out your sun, moon, and rising, or if you'd like a little more information, it's always good to check all three. If you're not sure what they are, there is a calculator in the description below that can help you figure that out. I also do personal empowerment coaching sessions, and they're on sale through the end of January. Ooh, if you want something a little more specific. Okay, so what you're releasing here? Oh no, we have distant thunder. Distant thunder, clear the air. Okay, try, Taurus, to release and to do it in a very peaceful way. I feel like, though, that there's something that you've been wanting to say that you haven't been saying that you need to say, and you need to release it. Try not to be the bull in the china shop, but I think you need to do it. And I think when you do, you'll be at peace with the situation. Okay, so this is Thursday and Friday. Wednesday and Thursday. So try to to speak your piece, to do it, to have the conversations, but try to do it without blowing up your world if it's possible. I think you'll find a lot more peace with it if you can find a way to do that. All right, on Friday, the moon is void, of course, which means it's a good time to do nothing. Don't take any major actions on Friday. It's void, of course. Okay, so just you kind of relax into it because the new moon happens on Saturday. And remember, I'm doing that live Q&A at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to join me. But that is when, that's when you start laying the groundwork, where you start doing the planning, when you start planting the seeds. And it's always a good idea to make a list on the new moon of what it is that you want and what it is you're grateful for. And it looks to me like your head is in finances. It's got clearing the debt, which doesn't really surprise me at all, being Taurus. But this is in your 9th house of knowledge and higher learning and travel. And so I feel like you're going to be taking a really hard look over the next weekend at your finances and how can you clear the way? How can you create financial abundance for you? How can you make it so that you are the winner and not the loser in the scenario, right? You're on the inside getting the coins and not on the outside looking in. And then it's like an opportunity on Sunday to really peek through the keyhole toward the future and to see where things are going. So a plan of action on your debts. It says your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debt. So it's not always about finances. Sometimes it's about releasing yourself from guilt. You already feel lighter and freer by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. And I want to talk to you just for a second about guilt, releasing guilt, because Taurus, you tend to feel like you carry the burden of the world on you, right? Or you feel like you should always do things right. Like you can't afford to make a mistake, either emotionally or you're a little guarded, right? Because you don't want to mess anything up. But we're here in this world to learn things, right? We're here in this world to make mistakes and learn from them. That's how we grow. That's how we grow as people. That's how we move forward. And so if you didn't get something right, and release the emotional energy of that. You know what? Everybody makes mistakes. And if someone has let you down, forgive them. Like releasing and clearing the emotional debt. That's what that is. It's forgiving yourself. It's forgiving others. It's letting it go so you can move forward so that this wheel of fortune that you're chasing can create the transformation. So maybe that's part of that distant thunder, clearing the air. Maybe you need to forgive someone. Maybe you need to ask for forgiveness. Maybe you need to take a deep breath and figure out how it is that you're feeling inside. Okay, so you have this. You have gray. And this is learn to scan your body. And I get this card when I'm talking to people about emotional guilt. That is generally when this comes up, because when we're stressed or anxious or we're feeling guilty, it gets trapped in our body and different parts of your body hurt. So take a deep breath and figure out where it is. Taurus, it's back. It's usually your back, or you feel like you can't talk. And so if this is happening, this is where the stress is coming out. So do a little self-care and have the conversations so that you can launch your new beginning to the new year, and you could start moving things forward, and you can chase after this really lucky wheel of fortune and let the world turn in your favor. So Taurus, that looks a little rough. I am going to do a year forecast ahead. I'm going to do it. It's live, but it's not a Q&A. So it'll be like this. And it'll be, I'm going to do it on New Year's Day. And I'm going to use the outer planets because they're pretty much in the same place all year. So we can get a really good idea of where and how they're going to affect our lives in different areas. So I've never done it before. I'm excited about it. So hopefully you'll join me for that. If not, maybe I'll see you on the live Q&A on Saturday. And that's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if not, see you next week. Have a great week. And be sure to let me know how this resonates with you. And if it does, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. All right. You take care.